Hello, it's T with Teresa H Creates, and I wanted to do a craft along today. So I'm starting a new project. I've kind of been mulling it over for a little while, and I'm just having a hard time committing to something. And I finally got an idea, and I think that I'm going to move forward with it. So I thought I would just bring you guys along for the ride. We may switch gears in the middle of this. I have no idea. I do know, though, that it's overcast outside, and that is my favorite time to be in the studio. I love creating because I really feel energized when it's raining, if there's a thunderstorm, when it's nice and cloudy outside. That's when I come alive. I have my bougie coffee because I put whipped cream on the top of it, and I am ready to get started. So let's see. I picked up these paper collections from Unity Stamps, and this is Pooh's Vintage Storybook, and I've done a flip through of this collection before in the haul video that I did. I'm kind of just holding these close. These are some really cute papers. I like them. The little images are adorable, but it's really, really dark. It's really dark. So that's why I think I've been kind of struggling with this one. It's got some background pages mixed in, but this is kind of what it looks like. Anyhow, it's really dark, and so Pooh Bear's not dark. Pooh Bear is happy. So, and then this one's Pooh's Antique Adventures, and I guess that's really what they were going for, just an antique look. And like I said, this is really cute, but it's dark. So I think that's why that I've been struggling. More background papers. Anyhow, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. Look at that piglet paper. That's adorable. So along with these, I also bought this. And I think at the time that I bought this, I didn't realize that this was a very small pack. So this is Vintage Forest Charm Paper Pack. It's 17 designs, but it measures 4 by 5.7 inches. So it's pretty small, but it is a lot brighter. I had thought about making a book with these, like a little mini book, because it already looks like it's kind of separated in some of these to form a mini book. However, I'm having a hard time with all these patterns going together. Like some of them are really bright and cheery, and then others are a little vintagey looking. And so I'm just having a hard time with this whole pack, or as a collection, kind of going together. However, there are some pieces in this pack that are a little bit lighter that I think would do well with the other collection. Like this right here, I think would make a nice little belly band. I think this right here would make a little pocket. This is adorable. I think that would work. This is a maybe. This music sheet over here is a maybe. I like this guy. It kind of blends. That is a maybe. This is a good one. This is a good one. That one would work. That one would not. Maybe. Yes. Yes. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, and I don't think any of those would go. I'm just going to put these to the side. If I need them later for anything, then I'll pull them out then. So I also have this black cardstock, and I decided to go ahead and use it. It's heavyweight cardstock. It's 250 GSM. It's 92 pound. It's 25 sheets. I ended up getting this. I was looking for chipboard or mat board in black with a solid black core. And I think that I was searching so long on Amazon that I ended up seeing this, and it had a bunch of stars next to it, and I ordered it thinking that it was chipboard because that's what I had searched for. It ended up being black cardstock. So not chipboard, not what I was looking for. However, for this project, I think it'll work. So I went ahead and it's 8.5 by 11, and I went ahead and cut it down to just 6 in height. And then I think I'm going to make a booklet out of it and either put rings in it, or I'm going to put ribbon or some twine, something kind of vintagey. I also have this that I found recently when I was doing another project, and this came on an actual gift that was Winnie the Pooh, and it says, "My sweetest adventures always include you," and it has the little honeybees on it. So I might do maybe like some little ties on the corner, some little short ribbons. I don't know, using this, but that's an option, so I've set it aside. The one thing that is definite, I want it to fit in my little Pooh box. So these are the 2 journals that I've done previously with Winnie the Pooh. This is my decorated little Winnie the Pooh box, and so I do want it to fit in this. So 6 inches in height is fine. but I'm going to need it to be, let me see, it's going to have to be under 7 inches. Well, that was backwards. Let me get it together here. So it goes to about 5.5. So it's going to need to be less than 5.5 in width. So I think I can manage that. So let me see. So this paper is going to be 8.5, and I think I kind of want a torn look on this. And so I'm going to see how this works. I think I only want to take off about 1/4 inch. So I don't know, we'll just start there and see. I know when it's on the edge like that, a lot of times it can pull. No, that worked fine. I kind of want maybe just that little bit of a rough edge, I think. I did cut these down to 6, but I think I'm going to go ahead and try to take off maybe like a little 1/4 on each end. Well, maybe it might be easier if I cut this down. So grab a pencil. I think we wanted it around, where did I get on this? I think we wanted it around 5. I think that's what I want. About 5. Oh, you know what I just noticed? My inch starts here, not at the end of the ruler, right there. Oh goodness, what have I been doing? I always thought that they started, thought they started at the end of the ruler. Look, oh my goodness. So I have not been paying attention. So my measurement was not correct. I just saw that in the light and it just dawned on me. Hello. So I've actually got 5.25 is what that is. Goodness. All right. I'm creative. I never claimed to be super bright. So now that I know that, that explains a lot. I thought my measuring was just super off. Goodness. Well, I'm glad I saw that. I'm sorry you guys were here to witness that. I'm not an idiot, I promise. So let me see. I think I'm going to do 4.5. Let's do 4.5. And then I'll take off about 1/4 inch here. And 1/4 inch on this side. All right, perfect. So let's see what this is measuring now. Make sure I have this ruler correct. Can't believe I did that. Wow. We're going to keep that amongst ourselves. So it's just shy of 5.5. I don't think that these are completely straight, which is fine. I wasn't expecting it to. A rough guesstimate is fine. So that was about 5.5. Now let me measure this upside down and see what we've got by just over 4.5. So that's perfect. So roughly that size. But see, look, you can see that's not perfectly straight, but I'm fine with that because I want it to be a little bit rough, a little bit distressed. So I'm thinking of doing 6 pages, maybe not a super thick journal, just a small one to highlight some of these little things that I've got. And I do have a little bit, other than these guys right here, I do have a few things to make ephemera with. So I've got some images from some book pages, from some Winnie the Pooh book pages that I can use. I thought this was cute. I may do that on one page and the other on another page because it's the same one. It's just a nice sketch and then a colored drawing. So then and then just some words. I may do some collaging. I'll do some pockets definitely. So if I'm going to do about 6 pages, and I'll tear those later. We don't need to do that together. You guys don't have to be a part of that. This is more of just a getting started kind of thing. So I'm really liking, so 1, 2. I'm not going to do the cover, but if I've got 6 pages, then that's going to be 11. I'm going to have to decorate 11 sides. 2, 3, cute one. It's a cute one. I don't know if I'll use any of these background pages just because I'd really, unless I used them like later for ephemera. Same with the 100 Acre Wood. I love the map of the 100 Acre Wood, but I don't know. Let me see. Do I have that one already? No, I don't. I don't have that one. I think that both of these collections blend together really well, so I'll be able to kind of stretch this out. More background. And I really, really want it to be character driven. So, and then here's some extras. Okay. Those are some extras. So if I screw something up, then I've got that. Okay. So I said 11, right? So let's just see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15. Which is fine. This print is really, really small. This one is better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I think 11. So these are a little bit darker. Those were a little bit brighter. I'm going to set those aside as well. And then I think these are the ones that I'll use. And I think that I'll tear them down to be nice bases. And then I was going to add some tape. Okay, so I made some of that vintage tape out of packing paper and alcohol inks, and I have been using it on everything. And I thought it would be great for this project as well. So I pulled that out and I'm going to, add some of that. And then I made a bunch extra. See, look. I love this tape. So I told you I've been using it on everything. I mentioned that I was going to, and I am. So I wanted to use it, but I thought it was the perfect color and it would look nice with this. And then I decided on the black base just because, and I know everything's dark and the key would be to kind of lighten it up. However, I don't really like using browns. A really dark brown as a matte occasionally is fine. I didn't really want to do the whole book in browns though. I think that I wanted something with a little bit more contrast. And I did try to find maybe a nice honey yellow, but I just didn't have the right kind of yellow. And I'm not a huge yellow fan anyway, so I didn't do that. But something else I do have for the backs of any of these, if I decide to do some journaling cards and stuff, I do have some coffee stained paper. So I'll be able to add that. And I found this. I have a Christopher Robin. It's one of those Tim Holtz, I don't know what they're called, the little mini people that they have. So anyhow, those collections that he has, I found that one and I thought that was a really cute, let me show you again. I thought that was a really cute Christopher Robin. So I do have a little bit of ephemera working here. So let me see. Let's just pretend that these are all torn down. And I'm going to punch holes on the side. And I may do 2 instead of 3 since this isn't a huge book. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the cover yet. So let's see. I might try to do a few flip outs, so I've got to pay attention to that. And I may end up putting some coffee paper on the back of one of these to be able to do a flip out. What would make a good flip out? That Eeyore is adorable. Here is Pooh and Piglet with this little barrel. And then here is Pooh and Piglet. It looks like sitting on some rocks and stuff. I think that if I did this and then I did a little, is it a tip out, flip out, whatever it is. Okay. If I did something underneath to kind of tip out, I think I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Was that totally confusing? I bet it was. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be confusing. I'm just kind of thinking through. I kind of want to plan it out. Get my pages glued. And I'll just put this down. And so if I've got extra of this, I'll be able to use it on for journaling cards or some other ephemera or whatever. But I can go ahead and have this one attached and dry, so it'll be ready to go. I don't have any of my tools out. Make sure all those edges are down. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside to dry. And then, you know what I didn't check? I didn't check to see how well this paper would actually tear. I may just tear this paper on one side, or I may not tear it at all. I may just tear the book pages themselves. I have this little mini guy. And this doesn't lift, it just slides right under, but it was nice to add to my desk. And so what did I say this was? This was 4.5, so let's do 4.25. Yep. And it's not going to be perfect because I didn't tear it perfect, so that's fine. But it's a 5.5. Okay, I got it now. I had it the wrong way. Oh my goodness. I need more coffee apparently. Again, something else we're going to keep to ourselves. This is starting out beautifully. See why I've been so challenged lately? Okay, that's cute. So I may end up just tearing the black bases and not these guys. And then I'll do a tip out there, and then I'll be punching the holes here, and I'll ink up the edges of these. Okay, so that'll work. Oh, okay, and then I'll be able to add pockets and everything. So no, it'll be cute. I'll have pockets and tuck spots and all of that. So I've got to tear these down, and then I'll be able to add my tape. I'm so excited about being able to add the tape. You know what? I haven't done tab binding in a really long time, but I have a ton of tape. I wonder if I did this, if I could tab bind with this tape. Yeah? Are you guys following me? So the tab binding is usually done with fabric, but it's where you, so I wouldn't punch the holes. I would put the tape 1, 2, and 3 and fold it over the next piece of paper. And on that next sheet that goes underneath it, I would put 2, 1 and 2, and the spaces left between, and then fold those over the next one, and so on and so forth. And you just have to have an even number. But I think that would be really cool if I use the tape for tab binding. And if I believe it's packing tape, so I believe it should be sticky enough. And if it wasn't, I could always use glue. It's pretty sticky. I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to tab bind instead. See, working through it. This is the way it works, the creative process. Okay, so I'm going to do tab binding instead. So I'm going to tear these down and get the bases ready, because I definitely want the bases on here if I'm going to be doing the tab binding, because I want that, because I want the tape to show on here, and I don't want it to cover, you know, I don't want it to be covered by everything, by all the decorations. I want it to show. So I'm going to do that. So I've got to really plan or plot like what I'm going to do. Like if I'm going to do tucks, I think I'm going to do a tuck on this one. I know that I did this for a flip out, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to do a little pocket here. I'm going to grab my little punch here. I'd be interested in knowing what you guys are working on right now. If you're crafting with me, if you're just watching, what your current project is. Are you working on fall stuff? Have you moved on to Halloween? Have you moved on to Christmas? I'm still working on fall. I'm still up with my fall stuff. I know you guys are probably ready for me to be done with Winnie the Pooh, right? I have several other projects in the works. This is probably the last Winnie the Pooh project for the year. Okay. Let me glue this down. So I'm going to glue here and here and there, and then leave this open. This paper is kind of slick. I know you can see the shine on the camera. Put that to the side and just kind of put some weight on it to get it nice and adhered. I'm going to have a drink of this delicious coffee. All right. Well, there we go. It's one down. One down. And I could always do the tip out with this one on the other side. You know, that'll work. That's what I'll do. All right, next. Do I want it to all be same? Because one of the beauties of the tab binding is that I could put other items in here. Okay, let me pull out my ephemera box and see what I've got. Actually, this is some of my, I've got it tags and pockets. Even though it sits up, I had to label it. I think I had just gotten the label maker, and so I was putting labels on everything. Tiny artist tags. Let me see. I've got all kinds of tags. These are small tags. I want bigger tags. Let me see. Is that? Okay, I thought that was a spider for a second. It's dust. I was about to flip. That was going to be on camera. I want something bigger. Let me go these guys right here, because I think these might be too big. Let me set that aside a little bit. Yeah, those are going to be way too big. So see, that's going to be way too big. I don't want it to be that big. So let me, I really need to go through here and organize this. See, I keep all the little packaging things because I will reuse those for other stuff. So I put those all in there because a lot of times I end up making pockets and labels out of those. Okay. I won't use that. I won't use that. That's already pattern. I'm liking these. Okay, so let me set those aside. And I think those are going to be, there's a black one and then 2 craft ones. And I think, yeah, those will be a good size. So if I did this or even this, yeah, those are a good size. Okay. That one's a little too plain. This one is good. All right. And I don't think that there's anything else in here. And I absolutely need that. Probably shouldn't be in there, but I don't know. And I could do a pocket. That's not the right kind of pocket though. These guys aren't the right kind of pocket either. Okay, let me pull up my other ephemera box. Oh, this is a mess. This is just a tiny little box that I've got that I keep other stuff in. And it is packed full of odds and ends. Look at this. I've got my cardboard. I've got pockets. Look at all these little bags. That is cute. Oh, that's tiny though. I need to make some of those. That's tiny. Okay. I've got my napkins in here. Let's see what else. I've got lots of book page scrap. I need to do something with that little book. Oh, I need to do something with those too. Okay, that's just scrap, scrap. But, oh, spider. Oh my, y'all see that? Oh, okay. I mentioned once in one video that I've got arachnophobia, and now the spiders are coming out of the woodwork. All right. I think that goes with the collection I've got. Yes, it does. I'm going to set that aside and put it back with the collection. It was a printable. So just random bits of ephemera in here. Not seeing anything else I can use. I may end up just having to use, let me see. You know, are these are those Tim Holtz cards, but they may end up being I think they're too similar to the bookmarks, and I'd rather just go with those. Oh, oops. I think I just tore that. I'm just going to leave that there. That's a bingo card. That's cute. I think it's too big, though. I might find a bingo card. I need to go through this and organize it as well. And I think, look at these canvas. Okay, I'm playing around now. Oh, craft glassine. Okay, that would look good. Let me set that aside. I might do something with some glassine. See, I need to organize. I've got napkins up here, too. I got pockets up here. Look at this little bag. That is cute. Okay, let me set that aside. I might do a bag. Oh. Oh, that's too small. Here's some more, though. That one was too small. This is a good size. It's not very thick, but that might not be a problem. I'll set that over there. Let's see what, oh, here's one. Oh, I like that one even better. It's aged right, and it's got a good thickness to it, so that's a good one. Oh, please tell me I am not the only one with one of these. Look at that. Okay. This might be even better. I don't have time to untie that. Please tell me I'm not the only one with one of these boxes, right? I do need to organize this, though. Maybe next time we'll do an organize with me. So I like this bingo card. It's much bigger than these other two. But how cute is that? Okay. I'm going to set all of them aside because they might work. Let's see what else. Some cards. But one of these days, I'm collecting stuff for circus themes. Circus theme journal. I've got those little cards there. Not that I'll ever find them again. See, I do need to organize this stuff. Okay, I don't know that any... Oh. Look, these pockets. I think, okay, I'm going to set that aside. One of those might work. Oh. These are super thin, but with layers on them, they might work. If I had some little bits, this might be too short. Yeah, that would be too short. It's not really gonna, they have to be at least fairly close to the same size. They can be bigger, but they need to, you know, I'm going to have them close to this size if I'm going to get, you know, everything to wrap. So like this would be fine because it's fairly close to that side. But look at that. And it would be, you know, sticking out. I could have another one. Okay, I think those might work. This one will not. I'm going to put it back. Okay, I think I've done enough damage. I think so. Let me know if you're interested in an organize with me. We can go through there and see what kind of goodies I really have. Goodness. All right, let me pull all this out and we can take a look. So, I don't know that this is necessarily going to be a page in and of itself. It'll just be decoration. So I'm going to set the glassine aside with my other bits. I'm going to hold on to this. I might be able to use that for something. Let me set that aside. Okay. So here are the papers that I was going to tear down. And then here are... I think that this guy would be too small this way. and too large this way. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to put that back in my bucket. All right, and then let's see these bingo cards. That one is a good size. Okay, let's just see how these work in. That one's pretty same. Okay. Okay. I am all over the place. I know it. Thank you for bearing with me. Let's see. This. You know what I've noticed about these? So I ordered these on Amazon. They were recommended by another crafter and I absolutely love them. They're perfect, but they're cut wonky, so they're not straight on the end. So what I've been doing with them when I use them, and it matters, and I'll do it again with this one. Let me see. I'll show you. So I might want it maybe something like that. So then I would just cut off that whole part. So what I've been doing to kind of fix that, my problem solving here, is that I've just been cutting that edge off. Oh, I have to sneeze. One moment, I'm gonna mute you. Okay, sorry about that. I ended up just turning it off. I sneezed like right then. Okay, so I've been cutting that end off. See how uneven it is? So anyhow, put that in the trash. So I've been cutting that end off, and here we go. I've been rounding the edges. I always do it this way so I can see what I'm doing, because if I don't get this lined up just right, it gets wonky on the corners. Like if you get the corners cattywampus or whatever, it just, yeah. Okay. So I always punch those where I can see it. And then I just glue this bottom part. No one's the wiser, except for you guys now. Glue everywhere. All right. So I don't want everything to be the same height. So see, that's good. That is good. So something like this is cute. And then these guys, and I can always cut down the bottoms of these if I needed to. Goodness. I'm a mess today. Okay. I don't think that I don't like this. I don't know where I got this, but I don't like that edge like that on either of these. So I wonder what it would look like if I took that off. You really wouldn't see and I want that to be seen. So I guess I'll leave it. Okay. All right, so front page. I don't even know if this is the cover. It's just a page. Okay. So I guess I kind of want this to start right after the cover then, so that I've got this, not that it matters, but then I've got that little tab there. So I would decorate this up, and then here's this page. And then let's put a bookmark in here. And then maybe another page. I need to tear those down. That would be a better visual. I'm not going to use all of them, so let me go ahead and tear a few sheets down. Now that I'm adding all the other bits, I won't be using all of them. The big thing about the tab journals is that you really want to use an even number of pages, because you want it to start on 3 and end on 3 tabs. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, I did it again. See, I lined up the ruler with the end of the page instead of the actual line. I'm going to have to get a ruler that just starts at the end of the ruler. That's what I'm used to. Like the little old school rulers did that, right? Or am I thinking wrong? What did we say it was we were doing? 4.5. We go 4.5. That's 4.5-ish. All right, let me line that back up. Ooh, Amazon's here. Exciting. I didn't order anything, so it's not for me. All right, that way that'll give me a better idea. Okay, let's go back to this. So cover page this guy. So 1, 2, well, here we go. Cover page, and then this guy, and then another page, and then this guy. Maybe, I don't know. This guy, this guy, this one. Then I feel like I need another one of these. Tear another one down. Take off 1/4 of an inch. This does tear really easily. So there's that. Not on the very end. Okay. Okay. And then this guy. And then, ooh, let's do the black. And maybe I'll make the bingo card my cover. Yes, that is good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But it doesn't feel quite right. Like I've got too many of these little elements up at the front. Let's take this out and put it there. What do we think? We could also take the black one out and put this guy back in since we have so much of that black paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think that's it. I think that is it. So none of these will be used. Look, I went from a small book that I was going to, a little journal that I was going to put ribbon through, and now to tie up the ends, hole punch, and now we're doing a tab book. So, and the thing about the tab book is that it will lay flat, but now I've got to go in and I need to go ahead and decorate the bases of these pages, tab them. And if you're curious about what that looks like exactly, I would basically cut this into, and I don't know how, well, I have a ruler. Let me measure it. So this is 2 inches. So basically what I would do is I would just cut these probably about 1/2 an inch or 3/4 of an inch wide. And then I would put 3 of them here. So it would tab here in the center, and then tab here at the end, right? So then I would wrap that tape over this next one. But this next one, in between those pieces, I would put 1 tab here, 1 tab here of tape, and then that one would wrap over here. So the binding of it is actually going to be the tape that's holding it together. And when you open it, they lay flat. And so that way it won't be like flush on the bottom. It'll be all different heights throughout the book, throughout the little journal. So I do want to get like my bases on here, just like this one. And then I'll do the tab binding, and then I'll come in and really decorate over it, add all the little elements over it. So that'll take some getting into, because the last thing you want to do is to like put put a pocket here, and then you've got to tape over it, and it's not, you know, it doesn't work anymore. It's useless. So it would just be a faux pocket, and what's the point when I have a journal this small? So that is what I'm going to do next. We've made a lot of progress. This is really good. Maybe the next video will be a flip through of this cute little book. Anyhow, thank you for being here. Until next time, bye.